Jesse, how long have you been with Fox now?
My whole life.
Wow.
Since I was 23.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
23.
I started in the basement of Fox, making minimum wage, working Tuesdays through Sundays, 12 p.m. to midnight. I sat next to a girl named Candy who dotted her I with a heart.
Oh, I love her already.
And I was just doing probably arts and crafts. They'd hand me a tape. I'd get a Sharpie. I'd write the name on it, and I'd hand it to somebody else. That was it.
Wow.
And then I found out that there was an opening on the O'Reilly Factor, and I said, I need to get out of here. And I got an interview, and this was when he was doing radio, and I go in during a commercial break, and he looks at my resume. He goes, what's your dad do? I told him what my dad did. And then I think he forgot I was there. And for about 30 seconds, it was silent. And then I was like, Bill, I read your latest book. It was amazing. And all of a sudden he perks up and he says, you seem like a smart kid. You start Monday.
Just like, because you read the book.
Smart.
How well did you get to spend time with Roger Ailes? How well did you know Roger?
No, I didn't know him as well as you're alluding to, but I...
No, I'm not alluding to anything.
Okay.
Hey,
He didn't make you twirl?
So how did you
I
get
make
from the
Gutfeld
11th to
twirl.
the 14th floor, sir?
I have a question on Gutfeld. But, dude, respect to you. You've been there for 20 plus years. How many? It's been.
Yeah, about 20 years.
Respect to you. So, you know, Roger died in what, 2017?
I believe so.
So, I mean, I watched that movie. Pat made me actually watch the movie Divide and Conquer. A few years ago.
It's a must-watch for everybody.
It's a
in the media
ridiculous
space.
movie.
Yeah.
The impact this guy had in America and in the world, making Fox News the #1 cable news station in the country. It's ridiculous. You know, pre-Roger, post-Roger, what's going on there? So, like, when the names that have come through there, your guy Bill O'Reilly, Megyn Kelly, Tucker. Now you have yourself, Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Gutfeld, who likes to pick on you from time to time. How would you say the current lineup is in historically, as far as where it stands, based the test of time with the other big names we said? And where do you see the future of Fox? Because, you know, we see people cutting the cable, cutting the cords. People are getting older. They're getting grayer. What's your...
Well, the cutting cords is, it's above my pay grade. I don't really know, but they have a plan for it.
Okay.
They won't tell me what the plan is, but I'm sure they have a plan. It's been a very successful company for a very long time. We make billions of dollars, so that's not something that we're concerned about. But I was there in 2003 starting out, and it was O'Reilly was at 8 o'clock, Hannity and Combs.
Yeah.
Remember, we had a debate show.
Yeah.
And you don't see that anymore. And then you had Greta Van Susteren, and it was a different vibe back then because there was no internet. You didn't have Twitter. You didn't have podcasts. There was really no social media. So if a newsmaker or a celebrity or a politician wanted to get the word out about something, they had to go on television. They couldn't just go on their own platform and promote it on Instagram or anything. They couldn't go to the thousands of podcasts they have. They had to go on the O'Reilly Factor. And so we would get huge. I mean, we had Diddy. You know, we had people, we had Bush, we had Obama. Bill O'Reilly interviewed Obama like multiple times.
Wow.
That doesn't happen anymore. And you saw, they always had this tradition at the Super Bowl when the president at halftime or beforehand or whatever goes and does the interview with the company that has it. Biden stopped doing it. And so you don't have those kind of things anymore now, I think. So O'Reilly left in 2017. They bumped Tucker up and then moved Laura Ingraham, I think, to 10 o'clock. And then the 5 took off. And the 5's just been incredibly successful. And then Tucker left, and I guess I was next in line, and it's just an honor to be at the 8 o'clock slot.
Well, let's freaking Frank.
I asked the question, and then he's got a perspective.
Yeah.
This is 3 podcasts in a row. Hey,
Adam, what?
Let me tell you, you got to go see your prostate guy.
Yo, that's
Gotta
a
go get that
prostate
checked out.
problem.
Okay, let's go to the next story. But by the way, what a sick story to go from the bottom to where you are now. That's pretty insane.
Thank
to
you.
be
Like I
thinking
said,
about that.
I'm just good at not getting fired.
But literally from the basement to the...
But you know what, though? To me, like when you hear stories of the empires that were built, capitalism back in the days, you know, McDonald's and all these guys, they used to say, the guy that eventually runs the company later on comes from the bottom and makes his way to the top. These are by far the best stories to hear about. Companies nowadays it's hard to find guys like Jesse that stick around and eventually get their opportunity. You do your part, you keep improving, you see when things open up, you keep getting there, you keep showing up, you keep doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, holy shit, you're the face. And then what happened is all of a sudden, boom, I just did my part and eventually got my opportunity. Congrats on all that.
Thank you very
success,
much,
by the way.
Patrick.
Truly, it's a big deal.
I really appreciate it.
For the people that are watching the podcast today who want a signed copy of this book, there's 3. Here's what we're doing. Anybody who goes on vtmerch.com and places an order for $50 or more, a minimum of $50, you go to vtmerch.com, place your order. You can buy Future Looks Bright hat, whatever you may order. We're going to give you a PBD Podcast Future Looks Bright mug. We're going to put in a pin and a keychain. And 3 of you on Tuesday will do a raffle to give away those 3 signed copies. But you got to go to vtmerch.com and place an order for a minimum of $50. The first 100 will be part of that raffle.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.